And here I thought she was some innocent little goody two-shoes.
Please. Relax, it's fine. It's not like you're some blushing virgin anyway. You only live once, might as well go wild. Come on, be real with me. With that many people watching, didn't it give you a massive rush?
I slit my own throat with a blade. I thought my life was over, that I'd come back as a demon to hunt them down and drag them straight to hell. But when I opened my eyes, I was back to the morning of that cursed wedding haze. I'm actually back. Changqian, what are you spacing out for? Hurry up and hide my shoes. The bride Jiang Wanqing saw me dazed. She kept nagging me. I looked at the red heels in my hand. In a panic, I shoved them right into the mattress slit. I remember this vividly. To milk the groom for more? Shumbor opening cash. The bridesmaids cut this mattress, stuffed the shoes inside, and covered it with sheets. No one could tell. Another bridesmaid, Liu Bilian,
was peering out the window.
She shouted excitedly. They're in the complex. I looked down too. Anxiety and dread began to pound against my chest. The loudest guy in the groom's squad is Zhou Quan. Greasy face. Oh, total thug. In my last life, he was the one who incited the wedding haze. He used it as cover. To grope all the bridesmaids. He's the one who dragged me into that room and brutally assaulted me. Just seeing that face, makes it hard for me to breathe. I turned my head. Liu Bilian was actually smirking at me. What's so funny? Oh, nothing. You know, Changqian, out of all of us, you've got the hottest body. You'd better put in some extra work later. What does my body have to do with anything? I get it now. This wasn't some random accident. They planned to sacrifice me all along. Well, if you want a thrill, I'll give you exactly what you asked for. Come on, hurry. Let's block the door. The bridesmaids rushed forward, using their bodies to brace the door. I gave a mocking smile. All their strength combined. And Zhou Quan can still bust it open alone. Are we really doing this, Qing? Hell yes, make them pay up if they want in. With the bride's green light, I grabbed a welding mask, a torch, and some steel rods from the balcony. I found some steel sticks. The door was completely welded shut. The bride smelled burning. She ran out of the bedroom barefoot. Shanhian, what the hell are you doing? My door. Where did you even get all this stuff? Oh, didn't you guys just redo the kitchen? The workers left their gear here. They haven't cleared it out yet. Anyway, the door is now permanently sealed. Jiang Wanqing usually obsesses over he not keeping the peace on her big day. Out with the old, in with the new. It's just for fun. The other bridesmaids chimed in to calm her. She had no choice but to stomp back to her bed and wait. The groom's squad went through the motions and slid a few red envelopes under. But other than the narrow slit, the door wouldn't budge an inch. Chokin volunteered to ram the door. We heard him taking a running start. Then two massive thuds, like a side of beef, slamming against the floor.
Yimfeng, what is this door made of? Vibranium. That freaking hurt.
But the idiot wouldn't quit. He got up and slammed into it a few more times. Still didn't move. The whole squad joined in. After 10 more hits, the entire door frame gave way. They looked pathetic. The frame was completely trashed. They were all panting and drenched in sweat. Their big energy from earlier was totally gone. The second the door hit the floor,
The groom, Lu Yuanfeng, stood there. He looked at me with pure resentment. Zhou Quan looked like he'd swallowed a brick. Utterly miserable. But when he saw all the hot bridesmaids, his eyes lit up again. Not bad, sis. Your friends are all certified 10s.
Wankin gave him a look, telling him to get on with the program.
Squad, find the shoes for the groom. Hey, where are they? You hiding them under your dresses?
They started laughing creepily. They were about to start groping all the bridesmaids. In my previous life, I was standing by the bed. They tackled me easily. This time I'm in the corner. Chokan lunged at me. I slapped him across the face so hard it echoed. He was already worn out from the door. He stumbled and ate dirt. Everyone burst out laughing.
He was humiliated and pissed. He got up, ready to snap.
But I already had my phone out, aimed right at his face. Whoops, it's a wedding day. It's all for good luck. You aren't a sore loser, are you? Smile for the camera.
Yeah, exactly. That's the spirit. Getting slapped by a hottie is a privilege. Consider it a gift from Tianjin. A loud slap. means a mountain of gold. He wiped the look off his face and turned away.
But I still heard him mutter under his breath.
I'm gonna wreck you later. Find the damn shoes already. If we're late, it's on you guys.
Lu Yunfeng started directing them. The boys tore the room apart, but they couldn't find the second shoe. This won't work. I can't let them keep looking. The longer I'm in here, the more danger I'm in. Whoever finds the shoe, Cass gets a personal bonus of $10,000. The bride was floored. She had no clue what I was planning. Don't worry, Ching. It's your big day. I just want to boost the hype for you. While I spoke, I kept gesturing with my eyes at the mattress slit. These men, they're either greedy or thirsty. Usually both. Money talks. They'll do anything for 10 grand.
As soon as he heard 10 grand, he didn't hesitate. He practically flipped the bride off the bed. He found the slit and pulled the shoe out. You for real?
I opened my app in front of everyone. I sent him 3,000 now. The other 7 once we're in the car. Since the shoe is found, I'll put it on her. It's time to head to the reception.
Hold on. We haven't played the games yet.
I knew it. That truth or dare from my last life. It was a targeted setup. They were gunning for me from the start. Let's get one thing straight. We are all Ching's best friends, right? Right. As long as it makes the wedding hyped. We're down for whatever, right? Hell yeah. I played along, but inside I was cursing my past self. I was so naive back then. I jumped into the pit without even checking the depth. I was such an idiot.
It's just for fun. No backing out.
While he talked, he handed out slips of paper to everyone. He called it a lucky draw. You get whatever you pull. In my last life, he made me open mine. The prompt said, Honey, give the groomsmen a good time. No matter how much I begged, they wouldn't stop. And the other bridesmaids just laughed. Liu Billion was about to open hers. I stopped her. Billion, you wrote these. But since this is a draw, shouldn't we shuffle them properly? You're the host. You should pick last. No need to shuffle. They're all the same anyway. No. Shuffling makes it a real game, right? I glanced at the guy, waiting for his $7,000 payoff.
Yeah, she's right.
Oh. We don't need to swap. Before she could finish, I snatched the slip, straight out of Billion's hand. I quickly shoved mine, into hers. She panicked and tried. You offload it to another bridesmaid, but they saw the red flags and backed away instantly. They gripped their own slips and retreated.
God, you women are so damn slow. Hey, chop. Let's not keep the happy couple waiting. Haha, looks like this beauty pulled. Give the groomsmen a good time. Hell yeah, jackpot. Thanks for the charity. To us lonely bachelors.
No, it's not me. She waved her hands in a panic.
But one of the guys.
Already had his arm around her waist. Billion looked at the bride in terror, but Wang King just looked away.
Joe Quan didn't waste a second. He grabbed her and started dragging her out. He didn't let go, no matter how hard she fought. We were promised a girl would give us a good time. First the welding, then the slapping. You think you can just back out now? Weren't you the one screaming the loudest? The bride's best friends can handle anything. That's what you said. Let's see. What other sounds you can make?
The groomsmen smirked as they swarmed into the guest room, fueled by pent-up frustration. Their fun was incredibly violent. Listening to Billion's screams, I shot a cold glance at Wang King. She couldn't even look me in the eye. Once the screaming stopped,
the guys emerged, zipping up their pants, looking completely satisfied. Sis, time to hit the road. Don't want to be late.
Wang King pulled out a fresh bridesmaid dress for Billion, who was covered in fluids to change into. They even had the spare dress ready. This was planned down to the last detail. Ching, this wasn't the deal. It was supposed to be Hua. Shut your mouth. I'm sure you enjoyed yourself. I'm not letting anything ruin my wedding day. Go change, now. You're a total mess. After everyone cleaned up, they all got into the cars as if nothing happened. I sat in the back and secretly messaged my assistant, Wang Hao. After the wedding photos slideshow, don't play their love story video. We're making a change.
Wait, what? Then what should I play?
Log into my cloud drive. Go to the encrypted folder. Password is 3612. Play the files in there.
Got it. A moment later, Hao replied. Sis, this is insane. Are we really doing this?
In my previous life, Icky Wonking played a best friends video, a trip down memory lane. It was full of videos of me on the toilet, while Wonking burst in, me covering the camera in a panic, me eating dinner, while she slammed my face into a bowl of curry. She even had footage of me changing in the dorms, even with my face blurred. It was obviously me, no doubt about it. My body was exposed, us in front of every single guest. The crowd erupted in laughter. I still remember them pointing and mocking me. Changhyun, my bestie. Thanks for being there for me. I wouldn't be here with you on Fung without you. I hope you find happiness just like mine. Before I could even blink,
Jo Kwon rushed up and scooped me up. He spun me around. Kiss her! Kiss her! Kiss her!
that greasy, terrifying face came right at me. I saw Wanking and Belayan dying of laughter. The crowd even started clapping in rhythm. After a few more spins, he didn't put me down.
Instead, he tossed me right into the decorative fountain.
I was soaking wet, hair a mess. I looked pathetic crawling out of that water. Oh, Changhyun, what's with that face? It's Ching's big day. You can't be mad. Give us a smile. Look, everyone's having such a great time because of you. Don't be a buzzkill. Wanking pulled me, dripping wet, forward. Now let my best friend Chinkin share some sweetness with everyone. I was already in a daze. I held the knife numb the second the knife hit the cake. A blast of cream exploded all over my face. Wanking didn't even care about being classy. Hands on her hips. She was bent over, laughing her head off. The entire room was howling. Ha ha ha. That was the other surprise. One humiliation after another. I snapped. I just wanted to get out of there. But the exit was too far from the stage. I took the cake knife in my hand and sliced my own throat. Blood everywhere. Ruining her wedding. That was my only way to get payback. Looking back, that wasn't even revenge. It was just a pathetic, cowardly move that hurt me and my family. Ending it all and doesn't get you sympathy. This time around, I strike first. Sitting in the car, I gripped my dress tight. I could smell that certain scent from the woman next to me. I looked to my right. Billion's eyes were dead. She was just an empty shell. Stop making that dead fish face. It's not like it killed you.
Walking.
Relax. Once you see the show on stage, you'll feel much better. We made it to the venue. The ride was surprisingly peaceful. The ceremony was the usual boring stuff. Soon it was time for the parents to come up for the tea toast. Yuanfeng's parents gave this huge dramatic speech, praising Wanking as this perfect, beautiful, and virtuous bride after all that fluff.
The MC took the mic. Time for his big performance. Right now, John Wanjing has officially become a part of Lu Yuanfeng's family. You all think this is the happiest moment of her life, right? Wrong. Her truly happiest moment wasn't today. It was 2 weeks ago. Let's give it up as we witness this together. Wanjing's absolute highlight. Look at the screen.
Wanking smirked at me, holding back a laugh. She was so ready for my public humiliation. Even Billion seemed to perk up for this. They were all waiting for my downfall. But when the screen changed, Wanking's face went ghost white. She screamed, "That's not me. Turn it off now." But here's the thing. My company is running this event. The MC and the tech crew, all my people. They aren't cutting anything. The screen showed Wanking having a wild encounter with 7 naked guys. She was totally nude, flirting with all these naked men. With a slutty grin, she said, "Don't be shy, come get some. I'm getting married soon. I won't have a chance to play like this again." Then came the group activity everyone came for. The guests were gasping and recording every second of it.
Holy crap. It's Snow White and the 7 thirsty dwarfs. More like 7 bros and a snake lady. Her body count is over 500,000. This wedding gift was worth every cent.
The room was chaotic. On stage, it was a total meltdown. King was on her knees begging for mercy. Yuanfeng, that's not me. It's an AI deepfake, I swear. Please believe me. Shut it down. No matter what she said, Lo Yuanfeng stood there.
Cold and unmoving.
Her parents were frantic, trying to storm the tech booth. But Hao was already broadcasting from a hidden spot on stage. And she was sobbing for forgiveness. On the screen, she was happily inviting everyone in. Talk about a toxic contrast. The reception turned into a brawl between the two families. It was a total bloodbath. Pure, unadulterated chaos. I stepped back, just taking it all in.
How messaged me? From his hiding spot, telling me to stay low.
No way, I'm staying for the front row seat to this disaster. It felt so damn good. The hotel was trashed.
They demanded payment from the groom.
Lu Yuan Feng is a rich brat. He didn't even blink. He just called his lawyers.
Once the dust settled, I walked out of that wasteland.
Hao appeared out of nowhere and hopped in my car. Sis, what were you thinking? That was a massive risk.
People are toxic. Let me ask you. Those videos they wanted you to play, they were all about humiliating me. Why didn't you tell me?
Oh, they said you signed off on it. I thought since you were besties, I shouldn't ask questions. I'm glad we didn't play yours.
Half a month's pay docked. Don't let it happen again. Hao just shrugged. Fasten your seatbelt. I started the car. He was humming, clearly enjoying the drama. The docked pay didn't even seem to bother him.
He was totally unfazed. Then he asked, "Where did you get that video anyway?"
Honestly, I'm not even sure. A week before the wedding, I got an anonymous email. It was just a cloud link. I opened it, and the footage was mind-blowing. The sender only wrote one thing. Play this at the wedding. And you get $1 million. In my last life, I ignored it. I thought someone was just trying to ruin her. Humiliate her. As her friend. I wanted to protect her. God, I was so stupid. I knew nothing. I didn't even fight back. I just died like a coward. Thinking back, Wenking had changed it long ago. She wasn't my friend anymore. All those smiles, purely fake. Right after I started this company, she insisted I plan the whole wedding. She told me to leave the heavy lifting to my staff and just focus on being her bridesmaid. I was so hyped at first. Who wouldn't be? A high-end contract with a family like the Lu's? Yeah, is a gold mine. People warned me to watch my back with her. They said she looked at me with pure hate. I just ignored them. I thought they were just jealous. That my friend was marrying a millionaire. And jealous of our sisterhood, Zhang Wenqing. She was the person I trusted most. She spammed my phone in the car. I blocked every single call. She texted me demanding an explanation. I only sent one thing. You know exactly what you did. She accused me of trashing her wedding, ruining her happily ever after. Karma's a bitch, I replied. Then I blocked every single way she could reach me. Right after, my phone pinged. Transfer received $1 million.
Sis, didn't the wedding tank? How did the final payment come through so fast?
I checked the account. It wasn't from the Liu family. It was an offshore account. My reward for exposing that video. Whoever this mysterious person is, they're loaded, and they keep their word. Whatever. At least this covers the costs from that disastrous wedding. But I never expected Liu Bilian to have the audacity to show up at my front door that night, demanding damages for emotional and physical trauma. Chen Qian. I was the one who took the hit from those guys today. You owe me, big time. She sounded pathetic, not confident. Totally desperate. Weren't you the one who rigged the game? And that group activity? That was exactly what you planned. No. It was supposed to be you. You snatched my slip. I didn't have time for her crap. I slammed the door in her face, but she started pounding on it like a maniac, screaming her head off. I had to open it again. Enough. You and Wonking set me up. You really think I'm that dumb? If I'd pulled that slip, you and her, Borkshi, would have been laughing while I was destroyed. Before she could even argue, I started laying out the receipts from everything that happened in my last life. Not just that. You planned to humiliate me at the reception, too. The toilet videos, the fountain, the forced kiss, and the cake trap. Shen, how did you know all that? She was visibly shaking. As I turned to close the door, she lunged and grabbed my leg. It wasn't me, I swear. Wonking made me do it. She promised me 200 grand. My boyfriend, he has a gambling problem. He's in deep with some scary people. I just sighed. I couldn't even look at her. If you want payback against her, Habe, I'll help you. Anything. Her reputation is trashed. Karma already got her, and I've got my closure. I'm done. Then I asked her, why? Why did she want to destroy me so badly? I don't know. I just really needed the cash. She wasn't lying. I closed the door. I ignored her pathetic sobbing outside. Someone who'd sell their soul for $1 and betray anyone. For some toxic boyfriend doesn't deserve a shred of pity. Zero sympathy. Right now, I have to focus, keep my head in the game, and grow my business. A few months went by peacefully. My little wedding business was thriving. Then one day, an insane request came in. The bride, the rising billionaire, Xin Yuqian. and the groom was Lu Yuanfeng. Qin Yuqian is the most famous young entrepreneur in the city. She's a total social media powerhouse. Who booked this?
Mr. Lu, is Lu Yuanfeng actually insane?
His last wedding was a dumpster fire because of me. I was the one who aired that video. And he wants round two? Talk about a glutton for punishment.
Hao was freaking out. The contract came straight from Mr. Lu himself. The down payment was huge. But the cancellation fee is terrifying. Sis, do we take it?
Let me think about it. Seriously though, after that wedding, Lu Yunfeng didn't even try to sue me. Didn't ask for a dime in damages. Not only that, they've been hyping this in wedding everywhere. Social media, billboards, it's impossible to miss. Something feels off, really off. I opened that old email again. I started wondering if Lu Yuanfeng sent it himself. Before he got with Wang King, he actually pursued me. Only for about a month, though. I'd heard all about his playboy lifestyle, so I shut it down. I guess when he realized I wasn't easy, he just moved on to Wang King. Look, Wang King is definitely a 10, and she knows how to play men like a professional. She's the ultimate it girl. Me, I've been single forever. But they looked so happy together. I couldn't see any red flags at all. Now Yunfeng is marrying someone else. And he specifically wants me to plan it? What is his angle?
Hua, Wanjing came by to see you this morning. I told her you were out.
I frowned. Months of radio silence, and now she's back. But that evening, Wang King cornered me at my car. She looked trashed. Foundation all cakey and uneven. She clearly hit rock bottom. Of Shanqian, I know everything. I know Yuanfeng hired you for his wedding. You absolute bitch. Stealing other women's husbands. And then taking their money for a wedding? You're freaking sick. I just watched her spiral. She was pounding on my car's hood. Until she ran out of breath. I just leaned out of the car window and asked, "Want some Starbucks, my treat?" Wait, really? Her lips were cracked. Her eyes were all over the place. She looked like she was having a breakdown. But as soon as I mentioned coffee, she suddenly focused. At Starbucks, she started crying about how hard the last few months had been. Not only did she lose her meal ticket, Yuanfeng, it's weak, but he's also suing her now. Her family has no money. No way they can beat a billionaire in court. They're already broke from the fees. I didn't care about any of that. Tell me, why did you try to destroy me? I knew he liked you. After we got engaged, I caught him scrolling through your photos and pleasuring himself. He looked so satisfied. It was sickening. It had to be you. You must have been thirst-trapping him in order to avenge him. That's why I had that fun with all those athletes. How did you get that video? The video was first person. Point of view. In other words, the guy recording was one of her partners, one of her many combatants. Wang King, I thought you were my sister, my absolute best friend. Why did you team up with Billion and Zhou Quan to screw me over? Just because of your issues with Yunfeng and your petty jealousy. No, it wasn't just me. It was Yunfeng. He came to me first. He said he wanted to share you with his boys.
I was stunned. Lu Yuanfeng.
Seriously? Just because he couldn't have me. He decided to destroy me instead? Jiang Wang King didn't believe me when he saw me. Wang King pulled out her phone and played a recording. Came from the recording.
It was Yuanfeng's voice. Ching, look. I liked Jianqin once, but she's nothing compared to you. If you don't believe me, let's set a trap. My boys have been thirsty for a while. Let them have her. Once she's a total wreck, then you'll know how much I really love you.
But Jianqin is my bestie.
Afterward, I'll buy your brother a mansion.
For real?
I'm a Lu. My word is money.
So Yuanfeng didn't know about Wang King's little 1 versus 7 hobby. His goal was simply to crush me. If he'd known, he wouldn't have risked his family's name. He wouldn't have aired his own dirty laundry at the wedding. So who the hell sent me that email? I went back to the office. The first thing I did was tell Wang Hao to take the contract for Lu Yuanfeng's wedding. And we needed to plan something. Truly unforgettable at lightning speed. Hao, you've got connections. Dig up some dirt on the Lu family. I want everything from the last few years. And check the bride's background while you're at it. Can't let an innocent girl walk into a lion's den. After setting everything in motion, I started thinking about why I was sent back. Revenge is a given, but now I'm more curious about what's really going on here. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. 2 days before the wedding.
Wang Hao called me, sounding frantic. Sis, we've got a problem. our equipment and supplies. Someone trashed them with paint. Everything is ruined.
I rushed to the venue, just as I thought, and the decor was completely vandalized. Reordering the flowers and rebuilding the stage is impossible now.
Sis, we need a plan B fast. Otherwise, per the contract, we'll owe them double in damages.
I know the stakes, but I'm starting to get suspicious. Why does Lu Yuanfeng keep sabotaging his own weddings? Reach out to every supplier we know, see if we can replace everything within the next 24 hours. But they all said the same thing. The turnaround is too tight. Their hands are tied. I was at my wit's end, just sitting on the steps defeated. Then it hit me. How? Come here. I told you to look into the Lu family and the bride. What did you find?
This bride is a heavy hitter. Now in full swing, the billionaire herself, Qin Yuqian. She's a regular on the Forbes list. She's the real deal. A total self-made success story. And she looks exactly like someone else.
While he spoke, he pulled a stack of papers from his bag. It was the intel he'd gathered, and I was flipping through when suddenly an article from 20 years ago caught my eye. The Lu family demolished a home just to win a land dispute. It completely destroyed that family. On the grainy black and white photo, Chick was a little girl, crying in the rubble. I looked up at the massive wedding photo of the bride. The pieces finally fit. I requested a private meeting with Qin Yuqian at an exclusive club. Hello, Miss Unkin. She gave me a tight smile. Mr. Hua heard about the wedding preparations. I heard your company botched the wedding prep. Triple damages. That's a lot of cash. You here to ask for a bailout? I smirked back. Our gear was trashed in the middle of the night. But here's the kicker. The vandal cut the power to the hotel's security cameras first. No footage, no evidence. To know exactly where everything was, only my team knew that. Except people from my company, or someone who's been checking in on the wedding progress every day, like you or Yuanfeng. You're not like other brides, Miss Chin. You didn't care about the decor, or the aesthetic of the venue. You didn't even care about the photography. All you cared about was where the supplies were and the power grid. To my on-site staff, you just looked like a detail-oriented client. They were happy to give you all the answers you wanted. Why go through all the trouble to sabotage your own wedding? What's the end game? When I asked her that, she froze, with her coffee cup halfway to her lips. You've got quite the imagination. Why would I ever trash my own big day? I slid the old newspaper across the table. Her expression shifted instantly. Miss Qin, or should I call you Ni Yue? You really did build something from nothing. She regained her composure in a heartbeat. My gut told me, this woman is not to be trifled with, but I'd already connected all the dots. I laid out my theory for her. 20 years ago, the Lu family ruined yours. Ni Yu was left with nothing, but that 5-year-old girl was tougher than anyone imagined. You swore you'd get your revenge. You changed your name. You worked for years. You built the Qin group, from the ground up. Then you started picking away at the Lu family's business, right in their faces. You've been bleeding them dry for years. These years, his methods actually made him famous for many years. The Lu family is strong on the outside but capable on the inside. But the corporate game is slow. Marrying Lu Yuanfeng, Ibu, is the fastest way to kill them from the inside. Total destruction from within. And the Laos, they're desperate for your money. Interesting. Go on. I just don't get one thing. Why are you so obsessed with Lu Yuanfeng? Why hurt people who have nothing to do with this? Anything Lu Yuanfeng cares about, I am going to burn to the ground. She gripped her cup so hard it looked like it'd shatter. There was pure, unadulterated hate in her eyes. 20 years ago, on that rainy night, a 10-year-old Lu Yuanfeng held a toy gun up to Nia's head and laughed. He looked down at her, while she was covered in mud.
My dad tried to pay you. You're too stupid to take it. You're pathetic. You love this dump so much. Watch this. I'm going to take everything you love and grind it into the dirt.
He was just a little brat then, loving every second of the destruction. So because Lu Yuanfeng chased me, you put a target on my back. She gave a dismissive nod. The Lu's business was in trouble. Yuanfeng came to me begging for a loan. My price was simple. Total humiliation for you. But I didn't expect you to see it coming. You let that other girl, take the fall for you. Watching that playboy destroy a girl he once loved. That's real poetry. He used to be obsessed with you. And I knew Wonking was jealous. So I had someone poison her mind against you. That gangbang tape? I'm the one who sent it to you. For the same reason. Anything he cares about. Gets burned. She knew everything. Was about Lu Yuanfeng and everyone around him, including all the movements of the people around him. Wang Qing's jealousy made her a perfect pawn. And those athletes? They were just the bait. I destroy Wang Qing, while Yunfeng and Wang Qing destroy me. Kill two birds with one stone. Brilliant. But here's the problem. In my first life, I was too broken to fight back. I didn't even think about getting even with Wang Qing. I just let myself be destroyed. But this time I kept my head. I saw the traps. I got my revenge on Wang Qing, and I'm still standing. Niha is a woman of her word. After I played that video, she really did pay out that million, even if it was from an offshore account. Only a few people in this city to have that kind of throwaway money. Not many. Niyoi is high on her own supply. Addicted to the game. When one trap failed, she set another. Sabotaging the gear was meant to drown me in debt. She knew I'm just a small-time business owner. One big lawsuit, and I'd be finished. Ruined for life. Look, Miss Chin, I've got no skin in this game. Your beef is with them, not me. She laughed. I've bled to get here. I've clawed my way up for this revenge. You're just another pawn. A speed bump on my road to payback. You're in no position to negotiate. Chalk it up to bad luck. I couldn't help but laugh at that. Sorry, Miss Chin, but you aren't some grand mastermind. This isn't a psychological thriller. This is my rebirth story. And since you just admitted, into inciting Lu Yuanfeng to plan a sexual assault, well then, that makes you the primary accomplice. And Yuanfeng, Wang Qing, and Zhou Quen, they're all getting charged. And Bilian, she's both a witness and a victim. I started listing her crimes and the corresponding prison sentences. Her breathing started getting shallow. You're a wedding planner. What do you know about the law? Sorry, I've been studying up on every legal case I could find, just so I could take down arrogant, entitled people like you. And you called me a pawn? I'm going to show this arrogant woman that the billionaire CEO act doesn't work on me. In this life, I'm the main character. I pulled my phone out of the plant next to us. The chat was absolutely exploding, with people witnessing this madness.
After hearing that, I can't tell if this is a drama or a true crime doc.
This wedding planner is a savage.
After this live stream, the Lus and the Chins are both finished. Damn, I think someone already called the cops. Nothing better than watching billionaires burn. Take them all down. Down with the elite.
Chin Yukin was still frozen in shock, but the sirens outside were right on schedule, just like I planned. Everyone involved was arrested. All these toxic, greedy people who spent their lives screwing each other over finally got what was coming to them. And me, I kept growing. My little wedding business. Planning beautiful, drama-free weddings. The sound of sirens still echoed. Down the hallways of the club. Chin Yukian was being dragged out in handcuffs. Her designer suit was trashed, hair stuck to her face. Her powerful CEO mask had completely shattered. Every step she took was a struggle. A low, raspy growl came from her throat. She locked eyes with me. Pure venom. Chinkian, you set me up. I'll haunt you for the rest of your life. The Lus owe me, and I'm going to take it. I didn't move. Just touched the cold rim of my cup. Watching her huffs disappear out the door, I didn't feel happy. There was only a kind of settled peace. Wang Hao walked quickly to my side.
He had a backup phone in his hand. She couldn't hide her excitement in her tone. The entire live broadcast has been recorded and saved. The police said that the recording and the footage are enough to put her away for good. Oh, and that anonymous sender? They just messaged again. Just 2 words. Nice work.
I looked up at the message. Fingertips paused slightly. Since I received the river containing the river in my previous life, the sip of Wang Qing leaked. I've been wondering, who this mysterious person is. They know everything about the Lus and Yukian, even about me and Wang Qing. Every dirty secret. They gave me the weapon I needed, but they never showed their face. Like a shadow. Just watching from the dark, witnessing the final act of this play. Can you trace it? I asked quietly. I put my phone away. The comments were still flying. Everyone was trashing Yukian and praising me. She's the ultimate protagonist. A real-life savage. The karma always wins. The Lu family is finished. This rabbit hole goes deeper than we think. Wang Hao shook his head.
Hao's face dropped a bit. It's another encrypted offshore account. IP address is bouncing everywhere. Untraceable. But look, sis, We don't need to worry about that. Qin Yuqian was arrested. Yuan Feng and his crew are going down. We finally got justice.
I shook my head slowly. I took a sip of my cold coffee. Bitter, just like everything else. I knew it wasn't over yet. Yuqian waited 20 years for this. Built an empire from the dirt. Calculated, bleeding the Lus dry. She's got more up her sleeve. The wedding drama was just the beginning. Just the tip of the iceberg. And that shadow person? They're the one, controlling the whole board. Sure enough.
Hao's phone buzzed again. He looked at his screen, his face going pale. The news was hitting fast. Wan Hao is not feeling well. The Liu family is toast. The old man had a heart attack. He's in critical condition. And the corporation's bank accounts? Completely frozen. Embezzlement and money laundering. Tax evasion. The whole 9 yards. Wang Hao's face changed. Hao hung up and looked at me. Sis, it's the end of an era. The feds just raided the Liu group. They found everything. Yukian's been collecting this for years. Every single receipt. She had the whole board set. Even if we hadn't exposed her, she was going to marry him. Just to set the Lus on fire.
I wasn't surprised. Her hate for that family. Yeah, goes all the way to the bone. 20 years ago, they destroyed her world. Took her parents. Took her home. Left her to rot on the streets. She suffered every day. She changed her name. She fought her way up. All for one thing. I had to drag the Lus into the abyss with her. Messing with me. That was just an added bonus for her. Liu Yuanfeng once pursued me. If he liked it, she destroyed it. I was just collateral damage. There are more difficult things.
Hao swallowed hard. Wait, there's more. The VP of the Qin Group disappeared with all the cash. The company's liquid assets are gone. He left nothing but a house of cards. The employees are striking. They want their back pay. Vendors are breathing down their necks. The Qin Group is dead.
I just nodded in silence. Yuqian was so focused on the Lus. She never saw, the betrayal from her own inner circle coming. Karma always collects. She destroyed everyone in her path. Just to get even. Now she's alone and broke. Prison is her new home. Over the next few days, the whole city was talking. Yin Yuqian behind bars. Liu Group under investigation. The Liu patriarch on his deathbed. It was trending everywhere. Every news outlet. Them had it on the front page. 2 giants. So collapsed overnight. Quite the fall from grace. The investigation moved fast. All of Yuqian's dirty laundry was aired. Not just the wedding sabotage. And the sex tape. Fraud, assault, or embezzlement and extortion. The list of charges was endless. For 20 years, she'd been stealing from the Lus and leaking their trade secrets. Setting up their execs. She even had people physically threatened. She's got blood on her hands. And Liu Yuanfeng. Wang King Zhou Quan. The crime was also fully exposed. In order to please Qin Yuqian, Liu Yuanfeng, just to suck up to Yuqian, and get back at me. He planned that assault. On me specifically. He's looking at conspiracy and sexual battery charges. Wang King's petty jealousy. Cost her everything, trying to please Yuanfeng. She helped plan it, and she and Billion sacrificed me. They're both going down too. Cho Kun and the rest of them thought they were untouchable. They're facing aggravated assault and rape. Billion's a victim. But she was part of the plan too. She played along. She's going to answer for it. On the day of the trial, I was there. Yuqian still wouldn't admit she was wrong. She gave this whole sub-story to the court, trying to gain sympathy. I'm not guilty. I'm just taking revenge. The Liu family ruined my home. They killed my parents! Why shouldn't I get even? Her voice was broken. Her eyes were wide, manic. Qingqian, you're just lucky. If you hadn't come back, you'd be just as broken as I am now. A total wreck with nothing left.
The judge was stone-faced. He cut her off and started laying out the cold, hard facts. The recordings, the text logs, the tapes, and the years of illegal business dealings.
Yuqian's defense was non-existent now. She just slumped in her seat, looking hollow. No more pride, no more ego.
The final verdict was read. Qin Yuqian, conspiracy, assault, 18 years behind bars, 5 years probation, and massive fines. Liu Yuanfeng, aggravated assault, 7 years. Zhang Wanqing, accomplice to assault, 5 years. Zhou Quan and the others, 8 to 10 years. Justice was served. Liu Billion Accessory to a crime. 1 year sentence. 1 year probation.
The second the sentence was read, Wang Qing burst into tears. She looked right at me. There was pure regret in her eyes. Chiang Qian, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been jealous. I shouldn't have screwed you over. Please forgive me. I didn't even look back. No more hate. No more pity. She made her bed. Now she has to sleep in it.
Yongfeng just stared at the floor. Total ghost. Didn't say a word.
He probably never imagined that his petty greed would end like this. The billionaire brat is now just another inmate. 7 years. 7 years to think about what he did. Time to pay his debt to society. Walking out of that courthouse, the sun felt amazing, refreshing.
Hal was beaming next to me. Finally, sis, it's over. Justice was served. They all got what they deserved. The Lus are finished. The chins are gone. Nobody can touch you now.
I took a deep breath, looked up at the clouds. There are a few white clouds floating in the blue sky. The weight was finally lifted. 2 lifetimes. 2 lifetimes of hell. And it was finally finished. But I knew it wasn't just an end. It was a new beginning. But things didn't calm down there. The Lu patriarch made it. But he was a vegetable now, living in a coma. The Lus were headless. Their company was gutted. Everything was auctioned off. They were a complete joke. Just a punchline for the tabloids. His parents were scrambling, trying to save whatever was left. Too little, too late. They ended up selling their mansion just to pay off the bank. Back to being regular nobodies. And the Chin Group, the government took over. Asset liquidation to pay back the employees and the creditors. The company was restructured. New management, new name. All those people who helped Yukian, they were all fired, scrambling for work. After Billion's trial, her gambling addict boyfriend never even visited. He stole her last dime and vanished. Poof, gone. During her probation, she was a mess. The greed was gone. She stayed indoors, like a ghost of her former self. I met her by chance on the street once. I saw her on the street once. Hair messy, dead eyes, just eating a plain bun, walking aimlessly. When she saw me, she just looked away, ran away like a scared mouse, terrified. I didn't stop her. No hate, no pity. She betrayed me for money, plotted with Wang Qing. Now it ends like this. She made her choice. Maybe that's the only way. Only then can he truly understand. That greed only leads to destruction. With all that drama behind me, yet I could finally focus. My business is thriving. After everything, Bush, I see weddings differently now. I never want to see another toxic staged wedding. I want real love, real connection. No drama, no fake personas, just 2 people. Start a happy new life with blessings. I made a comprehensive overhaul of the company. Trash the old scripts. Trash the old ways of doing things. We're doing drama-free weddings now. Respect, equality. No harassment, no trashy surprises. I even hired a legal team to protect my clients. Everything has to be perfect. Everyone has to be safe. That's my word. Hao is still my right hand. He's running the day-to-day, making deals, building the brand. Very busy, after all that drama. He's actually grown up. He's focused, sharp.
He often says to me, "Sister, we're finally doing it. No more toxic people. Just us and our vision. No more drama. No more looking back."
I nodded. Finally. The nightmare is over. I'm gonna build something real. Love myself. Enjoy every second of it. We became the #1 name in the city. Clients were lining up out the door. They loved the vision. The drama-free wedding. Simple, beautiful. All about the love. Our weddings are pure magic. No trashy jokes. Just 2 people in their vows, surrounded by their family. Every ceremony is like a fairy tale. The reviews are incredible. Everyone is talking about us. One couple even sent us a beautiful plaque. Planned with love. Shared with joy. Seeing those words, it felt better than any paycheck. I realized I wasn't sent back just for revenge. It was to rewrite my story. To use my strength. To help others find their happily ever after. Real, authentic beauty. The days flew by. Life is good, peaceful. Just the usual routine. Running the office. Scouting venues with Hao. Meeting new couples. Life is exactly what I wanted it to be. I'm not that broken girl anymore. No more fear, no more hate. I'm strong, I'm independent. I love my life, and I'm never going back. But just when I thought everything was perfect, he appeared. The shadow from my past. He sent another email. No video, no text. Just a single photo. Just one shot. A man in a dark coat. I standing in the rain, looking at the rubble of the old mansion. The ruins, where it all started 20 years ago. The Ni family home. I looked at the photo. Who is he? And why did he help me? What's his connection to all this? I had a million questions, and I was going to find the answers. No more shadows. I told Hao to follow the lead, but it was a dead end. Completely untraceable. He was a ghost. A complete mystery. Then 2 weeks later,
Hao finally found something. He came in with a folder. Rushed to my office. Sis, I found him. It's Ne Chun, Ninayu's older brother.
Ni Chen? I frowned. You can never mention a brother.
Not once.
Yeah, Ni Chun. Hao nodded. Look at the files. He escaped 20 years ago. He was 8. Managed to run away. Raised by another family. Went abroad. Studied hard. He's been watching from a distance. All these years. He's been tracking the Lus. Tracking his sister. He knew she wanted blood. Knew how far she'd go. That's why he helped us. To take down the Lus without letting his sister destroy herself in the process.
I finally understood. The shadow person has been protecting me. He sent the video to warn me, to save my life. After Yuyan was arrested, he reached out again, validating the outcome and the photo of the ruins, his way of telling me who he is, telling me it's safe now. Shortly after,
Ni Chun contacted me directly.
we met up, Pasa, at a quiet cafe.
He was wearing a dark suit. Calm and composed.
He looked just like Yukian, but his eyes were different. No madness, no hate, just peace.
Ms. Hua, thank you. He was the first to speak. His voice was warm. Thank you for saving my sister. From becoming a total monster. I've tried for years to get her to let it go, to do it the right way, but the hate consumed her. She was too far gone. If it wasn't for you, she would have been lost forever.
I just gave a slight shake of my head. I only did what I had to. Her tragedy wasn't just because of the Lus. She made her own choices. She let the darkness win. Lost herself in the revenge. Destroyed her own life.
And Ni Chun nodded, a faint, sad look in his eyes. I remember that rainy night. My parents, our home, separated from my sister. I got lucky. She got the streets. She suffered so much. I get the hate. I really do. But I can't live like that. Hate only takes. It never gives. You have to move. Only then can you truly be free.
We talked for a long time. Naichin told me everything about his and Yukian's past. He spoke of the years he spent in pain. He'd been searching for her for so long. He just wanted to take her away from all this toxicity. But Yukian was blinded by revenge. She wouldn't even listen to him. It wasn't until she staged that wedding assault that he realized his sister had completely lost her mind. That's why he decided to help me in secret, to put an end to her madness.
Ms. Hua, Nido-chan said, looking at me. He was dead serious. I know your journey back wasn't easy. I know how much you've suffered. But now I want you to let go of the past. Just live your life. Don't let the hate win. If you ever need anything, any help at all, just ask. I'll always be here for you.
I nodded, feeling a surge of gratitude. Thank you, Mr. Ni. I will. I've already moved on. And now I just want to focus to my business and living my best life. After meeting him, my heart was finally at peace. All those questions that haunted me were finally answered. Nishan showed me that hate is never and that the solution. Let it go. Cherish today. That's the only way to be happy. Life returned to its beautiful, quiet rhythm. My company kept on growing. We became the most renowned wedding planners in the city. Our no-hazing wedding concept became the new gold standard, inspiring more and more people. Everyone started saying no to toxic wedding pranks, choosing love and authenticity instead. And for that, I couldn't be more fulfilled.